Hello, please introduction yourself. We are electrical engineering student from Muhammadiyah University of Jakarta. We are in group 6 with 5 members. We are making a video as part of English assignment requirement. My name is Said Farid.
My name is Kania Wulandari.
Name is Sofi Ansori.
My name is Revi Ferdian.
My name is Septian Zuhri Yuarso.
Okay, thanks all. To come to this room, Said, Revi, Sophie, Scania, and Septi sat around the table with list of note, a diagram secret. Through the project, display the accident flowchart and turbine diagram. On the table, there we are calendar and floral decoration and some tons of documentary. Revi, Sophie, Scania, Septi, and Said are already seated. But not in college, we have been working non-stop from 1 week. We have to get starting from result of the board check, the failure of the automatic system, to the technology of the evacuation. Today our focus in the three crucial part of the report. Mas Devi, selanjutnya ya.
I'm ready, Said. I've compiled some initial point for speculation section regarding to use of turbine number 2 on August 16th.
Yeah, I'll focus on criticism. In my opinion, many operational procedures are neglected.
Septian and I can work the conditional part is important to show what is called occurred so that this accident could be approved completed.
Good, let's start next at 5 o'clock. Let's start with speculation. We must use capitals as must have, can have, may, have to, predicted. The strong possibility from data then not entirely certain. Please start with your point.
Okay, certainly from result of interview, the technician said turbine number 2 was still under repair and checking violently before August 17th. Turbine number 2 must have been put back online before its repairs were fully complete. Consider the sudden demand for more energy on August 16th. The technician must have realized the vibration level was dangerous, but couldn't have confessed the supervisor to shoot it down immediately.
I agree with the latter. There are indications that clinicians are faced with a dilemma of superior orders. But I have another point about the bolts. 41 of the 49 retaining bolts have cracks. The bolts securing turbine number 2 may have suffered from severe metal fatigue due to being near the end of the turbine's 30-year normal service life, and the excessive vibration made it worse.
Said, I have a speculator about the security system. The flow card shows the security system failed. The automated safety system can have been functional correctly because it failed to shut down turbines no 7 and no 9 when the flow started leading to further explosions.
I did speculation about the timing. The accident occurred at 8:13, but the total stop was only 9:30. The employees might have spent too much critical time trying to manually close the intake gate instead of immediately evacuating, which delayed the final shutdown.
Good. This speculation is sharp and supported by evidence. We agree on that. We agree on this 5 point for the finding section. Part 2 critics. The critics section you shall have or ought to have to point to error or failure that occurred. Sophie, this is your part.
Okay, let me explain a little bit. The maintenance team should have replaced the safety bolts of turbine number 2 earlier, as 41 of the 49 bolts cracked due to metal fatigue. The turbine is almost reaching the 30-year service life limit. Management should have ensured that turbine number 2 was not recommissioned on August 16 until all repairs to address the excess vibration were fully completed. Power plant should have a fully functional automatic safety system to close the intake door and turn off the turbine automatically as soon as it detects flooding.
Supervisor have listened and immediately followed up on senior technician about extreme vibration. Instead of insisting on increasing speed, airlines training recommendation are relevant to normal lifespan of the year, and excessive vibration exacerbates it.
Management was supports to install a second independent safety system as a backup to prevent fatal failures, as suggested in the journal note.
The emergency response team should have been able to close the entrance gate earlier than 9:30 am, considering that the accident started at 8:13 am.
Six very powerful and relevant critics. This well from our conclusion. Section next, we move on failure preventive. Part 3, preventive and conditional. Now we use the treat conditional to show how if a criterion action has been taken in the past, this accident would might not have happened. Sevian and Scania, please present.
We have prepared, we attribute each criticism to a different outcome. If the bolts on turbine No. 2 had been checked and replaced regularly, the turbine would not have broken away from its support at 8:13 p.m. If turbine No. 2 had not been used while its repair were incomplete at initial vibration and subsequent catastrophes may not have happened.
It's about the security system if the automatic safety system had been full operation. It would have shut down turbines No. 7 and 9 and closed the intake gate immediately, preventing the explosion and massive flooding.
And it's about communication failure. If the supervisor had listened to the technicians' concern and reduced the turbine speeds, the vibration would not have cause the turbine to break away.
One more about the material. If the turbine had been replaced before its normal service life expired, the external metal fatigue in the bolts would have been avoided.
Very good. This point will be at the heart of your economics. Now, we already have a strong framework for speculation, critique, and conditionality. The total our discussion has been extraordinary. Unit F talking evaluation. The same engineering team, Said, Revi, Sophie, Scania, have a practice Septian, perform a partial interview section. The simulasi to skenario target A and target B from tech 1930, in which they alternate between the roles of manager and employee. Good morning, team. Today we will practice communication skill in performance. A precious specificals how to properly the pilot, how to target and listen, learn it, will pick to the target A and target B from.
Okay, I will start as a manager for target B, robot design. Sophie, can you be the employee?
Ready? I have a good reason why the test is not finished.
I will be the manager for that right safety equipment, and Septian will be the employer.
Okay, I will explain the problem of a background supplier.
Good. Remember, our focus in the language of the assessment, how far the target is meet or not meet, and use language such as you, we are support to, and I shall have. We start with target B. Part 1, target B. Robot design.
Okay, good morning, Sophie. Let's review your target. Design, build, test, and report on new robots. I see you put in N in the box, but it gives a score of nine. Can you explain the extent to which this target is being achieved?
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Revi. The target is not yet fully met. The design and construction were successfully completed. I gave a score of 9 because the main problem lies in the issuing arising from the test, not in the initial execution.
Hmm, I get it. Can you expand on the issues that arise from the test?
Certainly, tests showed that the robot design needed to be modified. We held a meeting to discuss the result, call back the design team, and agree on modification.
You react quickly, but you were supposed to complete this quarter's testing and report. What causes the biggest delays?
The biggest delay is there is a slight delay due to designers on leave. We shouldn't wait for all the test results before acting. It's a lesson learned. If I had checked the holiday schedule of the design team earlier, we would have avoided the delay.
You react quickly, but you were supposed to complete this quarter testing and report. What causes the biggest delay?
Okay, sorry, ini kayaknya mau ngulang deh.
Itu kayaknya
Jawabnya
penegasan
mas,
sih mas.
langsung aja.
Ya,
Ya, ya.
Sama soalnya kalimatnya.
iya, maksudnya ini kayak kayak penegasan gitu kali lo. Apa kayak yang benar. Ini ininya apa, delaynya apa gitu. Kayak gitu guys.
Ya, tapi kata-kata Mas,
Hmm,
kata-katanya itu nanti langsung di-cut aja dan gini nih. Langsung that's an important aja tuh
Oh,
Mas.
oke langsung. Iya itu sama ya.
Iya,
Kalau enggak nanti
oke oke
oke
oke
memang oke
oke.
ya. That's
Langsung aja
oh,
berarti ya. That's an important point ya.
iya,
langsung that's ya.
iya.
Okay, that's an important point. You've obliged to complete a fully functional design. So, how do you go about doing better next time?
I thought I had to create a contingency plan in case a redesign was needed. And I shouldn't have waited for the whole team to come back before starting the modification. We limited the to act quickly after the first test.
Good. I give you score of 7. Satisfactory. I'm glad you've done some thinking about this. Make sure the new test now underway is complete next month.
Okay, I will make sure, Ravi. Thank you.
Rig accept the equipment. Septian, let's discuss the target, assess the needs, order and install safety equipment for a right X. You also put an in the books, even though you've achieved most of in the extent to which this target is achieved.
The target is not met completely Scania. All equipment ordered, but only 50% installed. I have given myself a score of 7. Good.
You were required to complete the full installation. What are the reasons you did reach 100%?
The problem the problem is external factors. The two main supplier Y and Z were unable to deliver. Supplier Y went bankrupt, closed down. Supplier Z sent faulty goods. We had to deal with this unexpected obstacle.
Hang on for minutes. How do you go about solving the problem?
I immediately I immediately put his order out to new tender and I returned the faulty goods to the and required replacement. We didn't have to maintain the supplier who delivered the defective goods. So I asked for a replacement.
And how did it turn out?
For supplier Z, yes, now ordering for supplier Z, yes, but long delay in replacing.
Initially, you were supposed to ensure a reliable supplier, but what lesson do you learn for the future?
In addition to checking out better suppliers, I should have had a plan B ready, and I have to give an extra month for the problem. If I had anticipation the supplier's problem, the installation would have been complete on time.
Good. I will keep your score of 6. You responded well to Christ. Make sure you include a contingency plan in your next project.
Ready, Scania. Thanks.
Learning team based on text 4 and fact 9 4. We are a team of engineers responsible for recommending investment in nanoscale technology or individual study. Rizky, Revi, Yorgat Nano, Sophie, Nanofluid, Cooling, Scania, Graphic, and Septian Smart Glass. We have to focus on or the technology to be fully funded. Part 1 presentation.
Nanowires, where just a few nanometer in diameter, have transformative potential. Aid main application are batteries and solar cell. Using silicon nanowire in batteries, for example, could result in battery capacity 10 times greater than today lithium ion. Imagine the implication for mobile device and electric vehicle.
Okay, thank you, Revi. But I stand for nano-fluid cooling. As the density of the chips increases, heat dissipation becomes a barrier. Nanofluids are traditional refrigerant enriched with nanoparticles. This solution over 50% more efficient heat transfer than regular refrigeration. This will improve the life and durability of the components and allow for higher processing speeds. If we want to stay competitive in the field of supercomputers and data centers, we must address these hot issues. Nanofluid cooling is a scalable solution and is urgently needed.
I have to say graphene is much more revolutionary. Graphene is a single layer of a carbon atoms. Graphene is, is the tiniest material ever made, 100 times strong that steel and the best conductor of electricity. The application includes touchscreen that are more flexible.
All of the above arguments focus on visible device. I stand up for Smart DAS. Smart DAS is a network of micro miniature sensors equipped with wireless communication. The sensor can detect vibration, chemicals, radiation, explosives, and data transmission to computers.
Okay, thank you for the clear presentation. We have for fantastic option, energy or sensor nanowire, thermal nanofluid, basic material or electronics graphene, and surveillance, security, smart dust.
I will make sure Revi thanks. Part 2 debate and comparison. Now, let's open discussion. My question is which one has the most potential to produce a commercial product in the next 3 years and which one the Gatrix.
Okay, I think nanofluid cooling is the fastest commercial. We can immediately integrate it into our current data centers and servers. The technical risk is relatively low because nanofluid is just an upgrade on an existing coolant.
I disagree. Although nanofluids are important, graphene has wider commercial potential. Every electronics company will switch to graphene because its electrical conductors are 100 times more efficient given the cost of R&D. So we cost the technology with this impact.
Graphene is amazing, but the production problem is are still challenging nanowires, particularly in battery technology. Had to solve for the green energy transition. We can ignore that the market demand for 10 times capacity battery is urgent.
Revi, the biggest market for nanovirus is consumers. Smart Dust has a national security impact. Smart Dust can provide alert about natural disasters and military movements. Should this be a priority for the country where the government will probably fund most of our R&D?
Etienne, smart does sound like science fiction, and the ethically and privacy rates are high. Shall we spend the budget on technology that may face major regulatory hurdles? None of which have no ethical issues.
Really? Smart Dust may require longer R&D time due to its complex sensor network architecture. In 3 years, nanowires can produce a real product, while Smart Dust may be new the military prototype stage.
Why? Let's compare the cost of basic materials. Graphene had to be prioritized because if we could produce affordable graphene sets, we could have an unparalleled competitive advance across all product lines. This and infrastructure investment.
Good point, Scania. We have market pressure, nanorate and nanofluids, and long-term revolutionary potential graphic and smartest if we have to just do one for short and medium time impact and one for long time potential.
In short term, I support nanofluid cooling. This is the fastest turnaround and immediately solve the existing problem.
Okay, I agree with Revi for nanofluid cooling.
For the long term, I stick to smart dust. The potential for environmental security and disaster monitoring is the most transformative for society.
I insist on graphene as a long-term potential. Graphene's prominence as the thinnest and strong material will redefine nanowires and nanofluids in the future if we have to cause the fundamental technology. It would definitely be graphene.
We have a vote for net nanofluid sort. For the long time, it is divided between smart dash and graphics Setian, where is smart dash superior to graphene in the long time revolution.
Graphene is a component. Smart dust is a distributed intelligence system. It is the system that changes the world. Smart dust can warn of dangers with okay. Graphene is a component. Smart dust is a distributed intelligence system. It is the system that changes the world. Smart dust can warn of dangers without consistent human intervention. This is a revolution in data collection.
But without graphene, nanowires and smart dust would have efficient wireless sensor of communication.
Well, this is healthy debate. I will take this discussion. Thank you guys.
Yay!
See you
Thank
tomorrow.
Thank
you.
you.
Yes.